Hello there, CarlisleCockney. I think I'll give it a go here at answering your 10 questions. Let's get right down to it. Where is your favorite holiday destination? It must be in your own country. Even though I've not been to either place lately, I'll just go ahead and name two. Uh, Either Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or Daytona Beach, Florida. I used to go there quite a bit, but haven't really been here in the last few years. I need to get back to one of those places here someday. Number two, who are your favorite film movie stars? I would like a male or female and a female, past or present. I'd have to say a little bit more out of the past, Robert Redford, and a little bit more out of the present, Sandra Bullock. I like both of them. Number three, what is your favorite animal, wild or domestic? Well, I guess anybody that's seen my videos knows the answer to that. Gotta be a cat. Gotta be cats. Okay, four. If the Queen of England asked you to be a servant at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle, would you consider it? Uh, yeah, I guess I would consider it. Like somebody else that I've watched all the responses so far. I think Susan S. Three Cats said she need to know how much it paid. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Need to know how much that pays. Number one, need to know a little bit more about what the job would entail. Wouldn't like to do a lot of bowing down. Wouldn't like to do wouldn't like too much of a dress code. Something tells me that would have a dress code with it. Yeah. So if I could dress any way I wanted to, pay good, could sleep as late as I want, and didn't have to do too much bowing down, yeah, that I would consider it. But yeah, I don't think I would qualify on those grounds. uh, if you were not in front of your computer right now and they didn't exist, what do you think you'd be doing right now? Well, this is 3 a.m. as I'm recording this. Ordinarily, if it was the middle of the day, I would say yeah, I might be out hiking. Otherwise, I would either be watching TV or probably maybe writing something, which I don't do much anymore. Unfortunately, I really kind of feel like I should sometimes, but one of those things, or that is kind of an evil question. I love my computer so much. Maybe I would be trying to invent a computer if I wasn't at my computer right now. Except I don't think I would be quite smart enough. Okay. Do you think that men should wear skirts? It's kind of oddly worded in a way. Should wear. I mean, it looks like it would say, do you think that men should be allowed to wear skirts if they want to or something? But should. I mean, well, anyway, I won't get into the semantics of that too much. Yeah, I'm not too big on men wearing skirts. I think that would be kind of weird if very many if very many men did that. I think Fernifer said that she thinks that Sean Connery, and this she's talking about kilts. Sean Connery maybe is the only one that could even pull a kilt off and not look too ridiculous. And I just about have to agree with her. Although for some odd reason, there's one actor, additional actor these days. Not a really big time actor, but Jack Black, he was in School of Rock. For some odd reason, I think he could pull off a kilt. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I think he could. But just in general, no, that's just would be odd, totally odd. Okay, 7. If God ordained that you could go into somebody else's body throughout history, who would that be? Why? And why? And would you have changed anything about that person? Oh gosh, I always have to come back to the same thing. When I see that question, I always instantly just think about the evil people throughout history. What would you do to stop them? And I've kind of covered this in another video, but maybe I can give it a little different slant on this one. So take your obvious one, I guess, Hitler, I guess. Although, there's Stalin, and he actually kill more people than Hitler did? I'm a little vague on all that. Why did Stalin kill so many people? Was it just a paranoid attempt to keep power, or did he have a lot of groups of ethnic people that he had things against, similar to Hitler? I'm a little vague on why he kills so many people, but I'm not going to go into his body because I don't know enough about that. So we're left with Hitler. Guys, I got to speed this up. And that's always a sticky wicket trying to change history theoretically, because you never know what you never know how things are going to turn out. So okay, let's say I go into Hitler's body. You know what? I wouldn't. I would still want to have the experience just to see what goes on inside of people's heads. To have the experience of his entire, well, I'll use the word soul for lack of a better word, his entire entity, his entire soul. I would want his entire essence to still be present, but I would want to have say so. I would want to be the boss of. God, that doesn't sound well. Anyway, I would want to be my essence to be the boss of his essence. I guess in essence that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but the thing is, getting back to the change in history part. All right, let's say there was no Hitler. You know, things don't happen. It's hard for me to believe that things happen that much the way they did because of one person. It's like if it wasn't for Hitler, I mean, he had to have a lot of complicity in what he did. There are a lot of like-minded people, and if it wasn't for him, maybe somebody else. I think the odds are 50-50 even that somebody else would have came to power who had a lot of similar thoughts to him, and might have been strategically smarter than him. And so maybe if it wasn't for him, things could have been worse. You just don't ever know. I think the worst thing he probably did from his vantage standpoint was go, as the saying goes, a bridge too far. What would happen to history if he just went like a stepping stone through all these countries? And I forget exactly the point where the U.S. entered World War II. What if he had stopped just short of when the U.S. entered, and just consolidated his power amongst those particular countries? Which I don't know, maybe it was just before he invaded France. I know, so that would be what, like all the Benelux countries, I don't know, Belgium, Holland, all of Eastern Europe, let's say, or a lot of Eastern Europe, and then he had just consolidated. I mean, you might have had just this huge block of unfriendly countries to this day, with all sorts of horrors, going on. Well, maybe not so many now because he would have already, exterminated those people he found undesirable. But anyway, yeah. If I could have gone back into the mind of Hitler, yeah, I would try to do that. And like I said, but I would want to be the boss, tell him tell him what to do or what to not do. I've spent too much time on this. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Do you think that global warming? Do you think that global warming is man-made or a natural phenomenon? Man-made. Do you believe in abortion? I've not watched, very well. I don't know if this may be the first video I've actually watched by you, Carlisle, and so I don't really know your opinions on this. But almost by the way that's phrased, I'm guessing, and this is just a wild guess. I could be totally off base, but I'm guessing that you don't believe in abortion just by the way the question is phrased there, because yeah, I believe in the woman's right to choose. I mean, that's how I would have phrased the question personally. Do you believe in the woman's right to choose when it comes to abortion? Which, yes, I strongly believe in the woman's right to choose. I furthermore I think that men should not even be allowed a say-so in whether a woman has a right to choose. I just think that it just doesn't seem right to me that men should even have a say-so in the matter. Maybe maybe if they wore skirts, maybe the men that wear skirts, maybe they should be allowed to have a say so in the matter. But they would have to wear skirts 100% of the time to be allowed to have say so in the matter, because there's just so many men out there who would just put a skirt on just to meet that minimum requirement of having a say so in the matter. And there's just too many people out there who like to put their 2 cents worth on things, 2 cents worth in on things, and when they only have 1 cent worth of cents. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people with only 1 cent worth of brains putting their 2 cents worth in. So, okay, enough on that question. Who would you like to meet you, if you believe in it, of course, when you cross to the other side? I'm one of those people who do not believe in it. I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. If I did believe in God, if I did believe in heaven, like I say, I've already watched all the video responses. Yeah, you know what? If I did believe in God, that seems to be the logical person to me that you would want to meet. Yeah, if you went to heaven, why not meet the man himself? I mean, of course, I mean, you'd want to meet your family, obviously, but probably it's been like years since in most cases, maybe a good many years since they've departed, and I think that they would understand. Sure, I mean, it's like I say, it's been years since you've met them. What's it going to be? Another 5 or 10 minutes? It's not like that when you finally meet them, they're going to start nagging you. Hey, you've been here 5 minutes. Why didn't you meet me first? I mean, you could say, well, I had to meet God first. So yeah, I think they would understand. I think that yeah, they would understand. So that's pretty much it, and I tried my best to keep it short. That my new resolution here: try to keep it short, and yeah, I semi-succeeded. Okay, I liked your questions there, Carlisle, and I think I'm probably going to subscribe to you here. I got to watch a few videos of yours, and I liked your questions. Okay, so long, guy. Bye, everybody else.